please make sure you check out our friends at PlayAsia, the #1 site for Japanese games and merchandise.
Last time we took a look at the long lineup of Dragon Ball games, saw things such as the censorship of panties, which fans of the anime will probably know was done a heck of a lot there as well. Well, to kick things off this time, it's even more censorship to underwear. This being missed out from the previously covered Dragon Ball on the NES, or as it was localized in the US, Dragon Power. Dragon Power not only stripped away all Dragon Ball references, turning it into a generic kung fu game, but also any content that could be seen as inappropriate, as was Nintendo of America's policy during this time. In the original version exists a Panty power-up that you can pick up. This item makes Goku go all hyperactive and grants them a movement speed boost, which is a bit odd for Goku, who consistently shows absolutely zero interest towards women.
What do I care about seeing your dirty old fanny?
It is not dirty, you rude little boy!
Despite not directly being a Dragon Ball reference, this of course had to be changed in the US's Dragon Power. In the Western version, the speed power-up now resembles a sandwich instead. Next up is the Game Boy Advance's Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure, and an interesting difference that can be found not between regions, but the game compared with every other game, anime, and anything else to do with Dragon Ball. This revolves around the character Nam, a respectable fighter who wears a turban, orange robes, as well as a bindi on their forehead. Their character design is very religious, closely resembling an Indian monk. However, it appears that possibly something about their character design raised some concerns. You see, in Advanced Adventure, whilst all other characters are depicted accurately, Nam has randomly been given white skin. Furthermore, in all other Dragon Ball games, they are portrayed as they are in the manga and anime, making this even stranger. It's just speculation, but it's not impossible that this was due to concern over sensitivity towards race or religion. This has happened to other games in the past. For example, Harvest Moon Hero of Leaf Valley, which saw again a character turned white. In Harvest Moon's case though, we do have an official statement on the matter and can confirm that it was due to racism concerns. To top things off, Dragon Ball is rather well known for coming into contact with race issues in the past, with Mr. Popo being accused of racist blackface iconography and later seeing their skin turn blue. Speaking of race issues, the use of some Australian slang in the original Budokai title clearly got someone all worked up. The dialogue is said by Jeice at the start of battles. Here it is.
Time to put you in your place. Don't play stupid with me, wanker.
Now, Australians will definitely know what's coming next, as will the British and a few other places. But for those who don't, the word wanker is either used to describe a person who masturbates, or as a general rude insult. Due to this, the later Budokai 2 and 3 censored the line, and both did so in one of the most obtrusive ways possible. Here's the censored version.
Don't play stupid with me. I challenge you.
There's one more case of censorship made to the Budokai series, although this one wasn't handled so poorly. In Budokai 2, there's a special bit of dialogue whenever the Galaxy Soldier's Zangya is pitted against Android 18. At the start of the match, Zangya will say, "Your man's kinda cute," referring to Android's husband, Krillin, and Android replies by calling her a skank.
Your man's kinda cute. Skank.
In Budokai 3 though, Android 18's offensive reply has been completely changed.
Your man's kinda cute.
Enough talk. Let's see what you've got.
As you saw, she now says, "Enough talk, let's see what you've got." And with most of the game's dialogue being kept the same, it's very likely that the edit was due to the term skank being seen as objectionable. After all, it does mean whore. Thank you for watching.